A severe weather alert has been issued for your area. Please stay tuned as we allow others to get on. We will be live shortly with the latest information. A severe weather alert has been issued for your area. Please stay tuned as we allow others to get on. We will be live shortly with the latest information. Oop. Hey guys, AJ Town here live with the T Storm Chasers. We currently have a tornado warning situation on our hands here. Hey guys, AJ Town here live with the T Storm Chasers. We are currently tracking a tornado warning that is in effect for the area in purple there. This tornado warning is headed towards Castlewood at 829, 809 to Haiti, South Dakota. Now, this is just north of the Bryant area is what we are looking at here, as we are starting to see this system. Right here is where we are looking at, right in this area, just north of the Bryant area is what we are looking at. As we are currently looking at this system, we are watching it. That is going to be showing good rotation signs of a tornadic event. So far, I do believe, let me look here. Right now, it is radar indicated. This is issued by the Aberdeen National Weather Service up in Aberdeen. Radar indicated at this time. Quarter-size hail is also going to be possible with this system. Let's switch over to... Let's take a bigger look at the picture. Let me take a quick look here. I got to get the right system up here, sorry. Let's take a quick look at the bigger picture here. We are seeing some severe thunderstorm warnings down here in the right south of the Mitchell area there, north or southeast of the Mitchell area. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning primarily for the Bridgewater and Emory area. This will continue to move along the I-90 corridor. Would not be surprised to see this impact the Sioux Falls area here in the next couple hours. But as we do want to mention back at that Bryant tornado, we are seeing even more of an indication now with that latest radar sweep of a tornado event right now, right here north of the Bryant area. Latest update here is just north of Bryant, north of 28 there. You can see it right here on radar. We are watching this area right here, just north of the Bryant area. This is tracking in a east, southeast, or due east direction right now, and it is a very strong indication of a tornado on the ground. Let me take a quick look here. I got another radar program that we utilize. Give me just a second to get that up. I'm trying to get that pulled up. That won't open up, so give me just a quick second here to see if I can get that to open. Again, right there, right behind where that arrow is where that severe weather condition is. That's going to be that tornadic event. Those in the Haiti area, be ready. Haiti, South Dakota area, be ready. Castlewood, I'm going to say that's going to stay south of you. Most likely that's going to stay south of you, so I'm not too confident of that. Lake Norden, just should stay to the north of you as well with that system as it comes across the area. Again, as we take a quick look back here at the local Sioux Falls radar, we are seeing some development just to the west of the Sioux Falls area out in front of this system, so definitely something to watch very, very closely here over the course of the next couple. I would say this system is going to move eastward and move into the Sioux Falls area. So this was going to move eastward and into the Sioux Falls area. Should start to move into the Sioux Falls area right around about that 8:30, 9 o'clock time frame is what we are seeing. We are watching it very closely because we do know that there is a concert going on tonight out at the fairgrounds as well. So definitely keep that in mind as we are continuing to monitor this severe weather condition. Right there below the arrow, you can see that where those colors are mixing. Right here is where our concern is with that tornadic event. Just north of that Bryant area there is where our greatest concern of seeing this tornado. So far, we have had no confirmed reports of a tornado on the ground as of this time. I'm trying to pull up my other radar program here. That other radar program will let us know if there's actually any other chasers out there. Currently, we're not out. We didn't expect it to see this come this far south. This was projected to be more of the northern portions of our area that we were watching fairly close. And that's where that is at, just again north of that Bryant area, moving eastward, due east almost at let's see the latest track on this, moving east at 24 miles an hour. It has about an 85 degree, so it's not 100% 90 degree, so it's not due east exactly, so it does have a little bit of a curvature on that. So we are watching that system as that comes into play with that. Now, as we do loop back here to the local Sioux Falls radar, let me get my correct screen. We are watching that severe thunderstorm warning that is starting to make its way eastward and going to be... I'm actually frozen, so that's fine. I will stay frozen because I have the correct program up that I want to be frozen in. We are currently watching... Let's loop down here. Give me just a second here. The system's running just a little bit slow. So this area in yellow, let me turn off some things here. This area in yellow is under a severe thunderstorm watch. Does not include the Sioux Falls area. Literally, you can see how much of that does not include the Sioux Falls area. They basically drew a box around Sioux Falls and said, nope, not today, Sioux Falls. But all jokes aside, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is just south of the I-90 corridor. We do expect this to continue in a track of an easterly direction. Down in Nebraska there, we do have a tornado warning as well. Let me zoom in on this here. We do see this track here that will be moving into the Dalton area. Bridgewater 806. Dalton about 818. Canastota about 830 is what we are seeing with that. Unfortunately, with my system locked, I'm not able to switch to a different radar or a different program right this minute. But as we go into the next couple hours here, we do expect the system to continue to progress its way eastward, move into the Sioux Falls area right around that 9-10 o'clock time frame is what we are going to be watching fairly close here. I do have... There is another chaser on that cell, so let me see if I can pull up some video of that. Right now, he is just to the west of that tornado warning, or east of that tornado warning. Not seeing anything on his stream as far as anything on the ground. It is just a tornado warning at this point in time. But we do have that severe thunderstorm warning that is going to be continuing eastward. We do see right through here is where that strongest portion of that severe thunderstorm warning is. So just south of Highway 42. This should literally scoot right across the Highway 42 corridor and move into the Sioux Falls area. This should stay, again, south of the I-90 corridor. We're not expecting that. You can see this yellow box here as far as severe thunderstorm. Hold on, I'm trying to get something. The severe thunderstorm watch does not include Minnehaha, Lincoln, or Turner counties. But the severe thunderstorm warning is projected to continue to move its way eastward. So definitely something we are watching. We are starting to see the cell down here south of it starting to gain some strength as well. So those in the Freeman area, be prepared of a strong non-severe thunderstorm at this point in time. Sioux Falls is going to start maybe seeing some rain showers right now. But we, again, have that tornado warning. Let me get up there here. See if anything has changed. Right now, it is still. Law enforcement has confirmed a tornado on the ground at 7:47, so less than 5 minutes ago. A tornado was reported 6 east of Willow Lake. 6 miles east of Willow Lake is what they are saying for a tornado that was reported on the ground with this cell. As we do kind of loop back here, we are starting to see the rotation indication is starting to really weaken with that system. So right in here is where our concern would be. These are very slow moving cells that we are watching very, very closely with this system. One thing, we want to jump back down here to the Sioux Falls area and this cell here. Hold on. We do continue to watch this as well as this is starting to gain some strength as well. You can see that right through here. Now this is going to continue to make a easterly path here. Excuse my drawing skills on a computer. This will continue to make an easterly path moving into the Freeman area. So wouldn't be surprised if this does continue to make its way in an easterly path. This will again move into the Freeman area there. We are starting to see some indication of some hail with that growing in strength. Let's take a quick look at our hail indicator here with this. You can see that that is starting to grow some strength as well. Let me back this up just a little bit here. You can see just to the north there that is a stronger indication of seeing that hail just south of Highway 42. We do project that this will move into the Dalton area about 8:25, Marion about 8:41, and Monroe about 8:45 is what the projection is now with this. So this is taking just a slight southerly turn. So it's moving about an southeast turn with this. Let's see. About 120 degrees, so it's not, so it is making that just a little bit of a south turn on that. Due east is 90 degrees with this, so definitely something to keep in mind. This is going to start moving eastward. So Monroe, Parker, T, and southern Sioux Falls will see this 6 miles an hour. We are watching that cell that is further down south there as well. Jumping back up here further north, we do see that this cell does not have much strength with it as far as that hail is indicated with that. So we are definitely watching that. Yep, tornado was just due north of the Bryant area, and it is moving in an easterly direction. We are seeing some of this indication of it starting to weaken, so we wouldn't be surprised to see this tornado warning expire, but this has been capable of producing that. We are watching just a little bit here, just east of the DeSmet area there is a little bit of a concern as well. Something we're going to have to keep a close eye on that. Coming back home, or back down south here, we are seeing some indications of rotation with this. Let's see what this radar sweep brings us. Just west of the Freeman area there is something we are watching fairly close as this cell is starting to grow in strength. We are starting to see that definitely with every radar sweep that is bringing, that is starting to gain some strength with it. So again, just kind of reiterate that tornado warning would not be surprising to see that fall off here, or let it expire. We'll see what they do here in just a minute with this. Yeah, so what you guys are seeing now in that Sioux Falls area is going to be just some rain that is moving through. Not surprising that it raining at the fair, and you can see right now just north of the T area there, some stronger rain. I'm reiterating here, rain is pushing through the Sioux Falls area at this time. So definitely it's just rain, nothing to be concerned about with that. But moving, sorry. For some reason, my lines don't want to get out of here. Tom, get off our feed. You're the clown, not me. We are out here providing a service that is free of charge to anybody and everybody. Have a great day. Thanks, Tom. We have very, very many followers that greatly appreciate our services. So please get off our feed and don't ever come back to our page. Thanks. I don't care. I will call people out on my stream. If you don't like what we do, then just keep your mouth shut and move along, because we are here to provide everybody a service. Whether you guys like it or not, that's going to be my 2 cents with it. You know? So let's do this. Let's actually come in. So for instance, this cell here. Now this is not perfect timing. This is just more of a, hey, this is the path that it's going to take. This is not, again, perfect timing or anything, so don't look at the time and be like, oh, it's going to move into T at 8:30. No. This is a path that cell is projected to take at this time. We do project that it will stay south of the Sioux Falls area, the severe one. We'll move into, you can see the list there. Definitely you can take that list and definitely see that list of towns that this will impact. Now, again, this is not accurate on the time, so please, let's actually just do this. I'll just draw right. Oh. So again, these times are not accurate. Do not look at the times. Just look at the towns and know, hey, this is my town. This is what's going to happen soon. Linux area, wouldn't be surprised if you do catch the side of this cell, but we are starting to see some indications of it starting to weaken a little. So that is a good thing as well. Oh, don't worry, Hunter. I don't listen to these jerks. We'll just, afterwards, we will take care of them and get him off our stream, and he won't ever be welcomed back to our page. Simply put, we don't like people that like to put us down. We're not that organization. Let's see. They still have that tornado warning up here. Looks like they have extended that tornado warning. Looks like it's near Haiti at this point in time, moving east at 35. So that would be right in that area. Let's see if we still have that on radar. So it would be right in this neck of the woods. Moving into the Haiti area here. So those of you that are in the Hades area, definitely be seeking shelter as a tornado is reported on the ground. Everything is moving due east. Almost exactly eastward is what we are seeing with this cell. North of DeSmit there, I do have some concerns north of DeSmit there as well. South of Irwin, you can see that right here on this latest radar sweep there, north of Lake Preston. We are seeing some indications of a rotation with this as well. So wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a tornado warning issued here momentarily with that. Again, yep, there it goes. There's that tornado warning. We just called that, that we would not be surprised to see that. There in the Irwin area, just south of the Irwin, between Lake Preston, you can see our yellow circle there with that one. That is the latest tornado warning with that as well. We do have, whoa, we just had that latest radar sweep. Guys, we have a strong indication of a tornado on the ground right now. This is a radar indicated at this point in time. We have not seen anything confirmed, observed. Oh, hold on. A confirmed tornado was located 7 miles west of Badger or 9 miles southeast of Bryant. Moving east at 20 miles an hour. So this is another confirmed tornado on the ground. Law enforcement confirmed tornado at 7:58. The local firefighter reported one 7 miles north of DeSmit, which is going to be that cell right there that we are looking at as well. Again, we are continuing to monitor this system further down south. Let's go back here. Further down south, oops. There it goes. Further down south, we still do have that severe thunderstorm warning. We do have starting to pick up something on that one too. Let me see if I can get that one on my other radar program. South of the Bridgewater, northwest of Freeman there. I'm starting to see something on that one too. We do have just a little bit of concern there northwest of Freeman there. We are seeing a little bit of an indication there. Let me run up and grab my scanner here real quick so I can listen on this one. Coming back up further north here, we do have this one here, northwest of the Smith, south of Irwin, just east of Badger. There is that tornado that is reported on the ground with it. Right there is where that one is at. South of Irwin, west, east, northeast of DeSmit, moving into the Badger area, north of Arlington, northwest of Arlington. It will miss the Arlington area there with that. We are just watching just south of Bridgewater, west of Dalton. There's just a small indication of rotation with that right now, so definitely nothing to be over ecstatic about here. Let me turn back reflectivity here. Here comes the latest radar sweep. We'll let that run just for a second. I'll be right back here. All right. I do apologize there. I am back now here. Give me just a second here. Let's turn on our reflectivity so we can kind of see where these tornado warnings are at currently. Good news is a lot of the radar indicating stuff is coming off on Hayet. There, I read everybody's comments. Thank you for those of you that try to help me with that. I do greatly appreciate that. We are starting to see right in this area, actually, is what it looks like, is right here is where that rotation indicating is going to be the greatest. That's what we are still seeing both on our radar programs. This is going to continue. These cells, oops. Give me a second here. These cells down south here. Let me turn my reflectivity on. Oops. These cells here will continue to progress their way. Sorry. Bringing up a secondary radar program that I utilize here in the office, so then we can kind of track some of this stuff as well. For instance, this here, get my drawing tool out right, will continue to make its way eastward. That is the path that we are looking at of the stronger portion of this cell taking. Dalton, Marion, Monroe, Parker T, and Harrisburg. Take the times with a grain of salt because I'm just utilizing this as a um, this as a tool to utilize the path of the cell. This is not the times that we are looking at with it. So definitely going to start seeing, actually, we're starting to see the cell weaken, which actually there is a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued on that. All right, we just had that new severe thunderstorm warning issued. That is the area there does include the Turner County area, I believe. Let me see here. Let me get that pulled up. Severe thunderstorm warning for McCook, Hanson, Turner, Hutchinson until 8:45 Central Standard Time. At 8:10 Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Bridgewater, South Dakota, or 20 miles west of Lake Vermilion State Recreational Park. Moving east at 30 miles an hour. Half dollar size hail is the primary threat with this. We don't expect, we are seeing some small wind indications with it, but we are not seeing any rotations with this as well. Let's jump back up north here. We still do have those two tornado warnings that are in effect. As I start looking at our one radar program, it's cluttered with all right, this one has been upgraded. What has this been upgraded? At this point in time, they have taken that tornado out of that picture, but we are still seeing some concerning reflectivities here that do indicate that there's still a possibility of a tornado in this cell. So definitely something to watch very, very closely. North of Arlington, north of Lake Preston, moving into the Badger area there. So anybody in this Badger area, definitely seek shelter and definitely watch what that is going. Let's take a quick, bigger look at this picture. Let me get our local radar turned off. We'll turn on our national radar. There is a look at this system as it does continue to progress its way eastward. You can see that now Aberdeen, basically 281 is out of the picture. Right now it's moving through the Highway 81 corridor on the southern portion of that, moving into the Brookings area. Those in the Brookings area, be ready for this severe thunderstorm warning. We are definitely starting to see some rotation south of the Lake Preston area, so we would not be surprised to see a tornado warning issued on that. Let me get back to our local radar. We do have a live radar that we utilize here too. We are starting to see some rotation on the back end of this cell. Right here is where we're starting to see some rotation south of the Lake Preston area. Is something that we are starting to watch very, very closely, as we are starting to see on our multi programs that we utilize here of some rotation there just south. So definitely wouldn't be surprised to see a tornado warning issued on this one Right now, we have unconfirmed reports of that. Right now, we're seeing this as a all right, give me just a second here. I just got an update and so this one here. This one we're starting to see a little bit of rotation north of the Freeman area. So this is according to the National Weather Service. This is not something that we utilize. This is something that we utilize here. Is that there is a tornado possible. So possibly a tornado warning being issued here fairly soon. If I was to bet, it would be right there is where we would see that tornado warning issued. Again, we are watching this cell here. We're going to see what's going to happen here in the next minute or two. These are moving in an east-southeast direction. So those in the Dalton area, be prepared for this strong storm that is capable of producing a tornado, according to the National Weather Service's weather alert system here. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from this severe storm. If you spot a tornado, I'm just reading from the National Weather Service here, some of the issue statement there. But they did say that a tornado is possible within this cell just west of the Sioux Falls area there. This is moving in an east-southeast direction. We don't expect it to move into the Sioux Falls area. So we would be, if it does move into the Sioux Falls area, it's going to be on the southern end of the Sioux Falls. It does look like this will move into the Parker, Lenox, T area with this cell as it does continue to progress its way eastward. Let's turn off our velocity just for a minute here. All right. We do continue to monitor the storm up on the north end. Just south of the Badger area is what we are looking at for that cell there. The Lake Norden one, let's see what we have on this one. This one was observed. 8:12. A confirmed tornado was located over Hayet, moving east at 30. That was at 8:12. Weather spotters confirmed a tornado at 7:54. A tornado was reported northeast of Bryant as well. So we continue to monitor those. We're watching the cell that is down south that will be moving into Turner County here in probably about the next 10 to 15 minutes. Let's turn our reflectivities back off. Good news is we are starting to see some indication of weakening with this. Let's look at our hail indicator on this one. See that hail is starting to really decrease in strength too. One concern though that we do have with this is this rotation that we are seeing right here. With this rotating like this, that's a possible indication of seeing some rotation within this cell. So definitely something that we are watching very, very closely with this. Just reading through some comments here real quick. Let's take a quick bigger look here at this picture. So currently we have these 4 warnings that are out. The severe thunderstorm warning that is in western portions of west of the Sioux Falls area there. Parker area, those in the Parker area, be prepared for these strong, severe thunderstorms as they start to come in. Give me a second here. I'm sorry. So we currently have these 4 warnings out. 2 tornado warnings and 2 severe thunderstorm warnings with this. Starting to pick up some rotation on the south side or west side of this cell that is just west of the Arlington. It's not showing up on this one yet, but it would be right about here, just south of the Arlington area. There is what we are seeing. We'll take a look back here. Brookings area has not seen the strongest portion of the cell as of yet. We do expect to see that start to move into the Brookings area right about that 9 o'clock time frame with this system. We do continue to monitor the cell that is down south. Looks like Dalton about 8:30, a little before 8:30, Marion 8:42, Monroe 8:46, and Parker almost 9 o'clock. These are very slow moving cells. We are starting to see some of them die off as this starts to come into the area. But we are seeing some of them, like this one here, starting to gain some strength just north of that Madison area there. We'll continue to monitor the weather here just for a few more minutes and kind of see what happens. Dalton should be getting the strongest portion of this cell right now. Strongest portion is just going cross Highway 81 at this time, moving eastward. One, two, three. We are starting to see some development on the south end of this cell too. Definitely something to watch closely over the next course of the next couple radar loops here. Oh, there it goes. Yep. Just as soon as I mentioned it, we had that severe thunderstorm warning pop up just north of the Madison area there for that stronger cell there. Hail and wind threat is the primary. This is until all right, sorry about that. Anyways, as we continue to monitor this cell that is down to the south, with this, the primary information is the National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Kingsbury, Lake, and Brookings counties until 9 p.m. Central. Quarter-size hail is going to be the primary threat with this. As we start to track this here, give me a second. Looks like Nunda about 850, and then this will move into the Flandreau area is what it is projected to make at this point in time. The severe the tornado warning that was up just by the Hayet area here. 1, 2, 3. This one has been allowed to expire, so this one should be falling off here just shortly, unless they just issued this one. Nope. This will be allowed to expire at 8:30. Yep, both tornado warnings just fell off. So we have this one severe thunderstorm warning in Madison, Lake County area there. And then we are starting to see some development here with this cell down by the Dalton area. Give me just a second here. That cell south of Scotland, let's take a quick look at this one. This one's starting to grow too. Good news is with this cell here, we aren't seeing any rotations with this. So the primary threat would be going to be coming into it here is going to be that hail. As we get the latest update here, give me just a brief second with that. All right, for some reason our hail hail system's not pulling up. Give me a second here to start looking at another program real quick. We are starting to see some growth with this Scotland cell. Wouldn't be surprised to see a severe thunderstorm warning issued. Good news is, though, with this system, we are not seeing a rotation with it. We are not seeing any rotation with that cell. So that is the good news there south of Scotland. Why no storm chasing? Simply, we didn't expect these cells to come as far south as they did. And we were not ready. Something that we do here is we continuously, on a severe weather day, we do continuously run models almost every hour to get the latest updates and kind of start watching things really close. It projected the system that would stay north of the Highway 14 corridor, and that would be about it. So we didn't see the growth in the strength probability with this system. It was more of what we saw on radar was going to be more of a bust type setup with our models, and it proved us wrong. So definitely, it's weather, it's Mother Nature. Things love to happen however they want to have it happen. That tornado warning is still in effect up in the northern portion. Yep, we're currently trying to get up there. There is this tornado warning. Oh, it is a new tornado warning just issued. Roughly about 8:33. So let's see what we got with this one. This one is still radar indicated at this time. So this is on the cell here, moving into past the Highway 81 corridor there. Highway 28 is what it looks like this will be moving into. Unfortunately, it's in a spot where it's kind of hard to see because of the radars. Trying to look on our other radar program, see if I can pick it up here. All right, so it is. Just be right over the Highway 81 corridor there. I have not heard any confirmed reports as of yet. Give me just a minute here. I'm trying to look on a couple different programs here, and we are watching a couple cells. We are starting to see some development out in front of that severe thunderstorm warning. So that is a little bit of a concern there with that as well. Let's turn our reflectivity back on. You can start to see, like down by the Linux, west of the Linux area, there's some development. as well with this system. Good news is we're not seeing any rotation with this cell that is down in that Turner County area. Wouldn't be surprised to see the severe thunderstorm warning extended with this as well. This line of storms will continue to progress their way eastward. One thing, again, I'm going to kind of reiterate this, and I'm seeing some comments about Sioux Falls area. We're starting to see some development out in front of this. So definitely going to move eastward, and we'll move into the Sioux Falls area. At least this portion here will move into the Sioux Falls area. So anything in that yellow box will move into the Sioux Falls area. I don't suspect that this will be severe warned as it moves in, as we are starting to see those cells that are developing in front of the system. So as we are starting to see that, what I think, and in my opinion, is that we're going to start to see some of these cells that are in front is going to start grabbing that strength. Scotland area, south of Scotland, would not be surprised to see a severe thunderstorm warning issued. Just looked back at the radar here, and we are seeing some strong indications of some large hail with that system. Let me jump back over to here. Oh, there is that severe thunderstorm warning. Yep. All right, there is that severe thunderstorm warning that is now in effect. This is in effect for the area there in yellow, which is going to be Bonhomme and Yankton County until 9 p.m. At 8:37, a severe thunderstorm was located near Tabor, or 10 miles east of Tyndall, moving east at 25. So those along the Highway 81 corridor. Yankton area, I think this will miss the Yankton area. Just to the north of the Yankton area is what we are going to see with this one. Again, we are starting to see some development, and there is that latest radar sweep. So, Lennox area. Lennox is really starting to gain some strength there with that cell. Just to the east of it, Lennox, or I'm sorry, just to the west of Lennox. Again, we are starting to really pick up some hail there by the Chancellor, between Chancellor and Lennox. We are starting to pick up some hail there as well. There is that latest radar sweep, and wow, that cell is really picking up strength there just to the west of Lennox. See that cell there on the south end of Highway 44 is where that strongest portion of that cell is. I'm kind of looking at a couple different radars here as we are starting to see this really start to gain some strength. We do have these cells here that are starting to grow as well, just west of the Sioux Falls area. About 9 o'clock is what I would project this cell to move through the area there. No, it's not going to take that path. I just can't draw on a computer. So it will not take that, crooked path there that I just drew. But this is starting to grow in some strength as well. Good news is, though, we're not seeing that rotation with that system. Same thing with that area down in Scotland. We're not seeing that either. And then that severe thunderstorm warning for Lake, we are not seeing rotation with that either. We are starting to see some development there just west of the Clay County area. So that's going to be an area to watch as well with this development here as we start to come in. I'm kind of watching. Oh, I just got a latest radar sweep, and that cell is looking impressive in front of right through here. Right through this area is starting to become impressive on radar. So we're gonna watch that fairly close here. Next couple radar updates should bring we are watching that. We're seeing just a little bit. Let me get this severe thunderstorm watch box out of here because that's messing up some of my stuff. So that severe thunderstorm warning does look like it was allowed to expire. But we are seeing this area down here, Linux area is really starting to develop as well. So definitely some concerns growing with that cell that is just by that Linux area there. Let's see if I got. That cell just on the north end of Linux, or going through the Linux area there, we are seeing this really start to grow in strength. As of right now, we are seeing nothing to the east of Highway I-29 that is growing with concerns there. It's all to the west at this time. So this is on, the T Linux side of things. It's definitely. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning up in Lake County. We have that severe thunderstorm warning just expired for the Turner County area. We are continuing to watch this cell in the Linux area, though, that is growing with strength. That is going to bring some concerns. Should move between Harrisburg and Worthing and stay mostly rural. Again, just south of the T area, there's where our greatest concern is with this. Here, I'll show you real quick. I'm watching another radar program, so that's why I keep looking off to my left here. I probably just messed up my camera, so give me a second here to get that set back up. Again, we're just waiting on a couple more sweeps of the radar here to see what these cells out in front of this main cell that was producing a severe thunderstorm warning will do. Our greatest concern is that southern cell that is between the T and Linux area right now. should continue to progress eastward and move between the Harrisburg and Worthing area, and stay north of the Canton area as well. Everything is moving eastward, so we don't have to worry about some development. If it's down south, we don't have to worry about it moving towards us. If it's up north, that Madison cell, we don't have to worry about that either because that is all moving due east with this as well. Those, again, the cell that is to the west of the Sioux Falls area, this is going to continue to produce, but it's going to produce most likely become a rain system, heavy rain system as well. So we take a bigger look at the national radar program here. We do see that this is a very impressive line that is creating these storms and are starting to move now into the Minnesota and Iowa area. Wouldn't be surprised if the cells south of 90 connect to those cells north of 90 and continue to make their way eastward. Again, cell just to the Lennox area there, between that Lennox and T, is an area of concern. We're starting to see a little bit strength with that, but not too great of a strength. So I'm not too concerned with that. I'm just kind of waiting here for a couple. Radar updates here to kind of see what happens over the course of the next little bit here. Yeah, we should be seeing some thunder and lightning because of that cell that is due west of the Sioux Falls area. That is gaining a little bit of the strength. Not concerning strength, though. So definitely keeping a closer eye on that. Trying to see. We're starting to see more of that development now with this cell just to between that Parker and Monroe area there. Currently, they are shutting down the rides at the Sioux Empire Fair right now, is what we just heard via scanner. We're continuing to monitor this cell here. I'm just getting a couple updates here from other chasers and you see our velocity here. just to the west of the uh, between Dalton and Marion there. We are watching a little bit of rotation. Nothing too impressive. Sioux Falls, we are seeing that line starting to grow a little bit in strength as well. Let's bring that up here. And start seeing some of that red moving into the western portions of Sioux Falls. So we're just kind of waiting and seeing what happens here. That stronger cells moving across I-29, again staying north of the Worthing and should stay south of the Harrisburg area there. Otherwise, for warnings, we have this warning still back up north here. All right, guys. Sorry here. I'm just kind of watching things and getting updates. Rain should be moving through the Sioux Falls area now. We are starting to see it on the western side of Sioux Falls, I-29. We are seeing now that Madison is in a severe thunderstorm warning with this city of Madison. We are seeing that primary threat appears to be with this one. That's the watch. Severe thunderstorm warning was issued at 8:52, so that was just issued, that severe thunderstorm warning, about 3 minutes ago. Greatest threat is going to be the hail. We have growing concerns here just between the Monroe and Marion area with this cell. As we just got the latest update there, this cell is if we look here, using another little program here that we like to utilize. There's definitely some indication of some rotation or something going on there. These storms are moving due east. A little bit of a southeasterly trend. Not much of a. I just heard on this. All right, give this a few minutes here to update. All right, we should have. We are continuing to watch some of these cells here. Give me just a few minutes as some of these are doing their updates as we do get our swipes through. Stronger cell there to the north is going to miss the Brookings area, with that primary threat being hail. I would say that it's going to miss the Madison City of with that hail threat. We'll stay north of Chester, north of Del Rapids, move into the Pipestone area as it does continue to progress its way eastward. But again, we don't suspect that it's going to move into the Minnehaha County area with this cell as well. Currently, there are no tornado warnings out in the state of South Dakota. We are simply now, our main threat with this line is going to be damaging hail and damaging winds. And speaking of damaging hail, we are seeing a large indication, some large hail down in Yankton County area there. Just north of, I'm not even going to try that one because I would butcher that and I would not hear the end of it. This is our hail indicator radar that we're looking at. North of Marion there, still showing some indication. Possibly some light, small, maybe pea-sized hail, if anything, moving through the southern portions of Sioux Falls and east of T. North of Worthing there, we are seeing some hail indicator as well. As we move northward here, we are starting to see this starting to weaken as well. watching this area here just by the Parker area. I'm seeing some indication of possible rotation with this one. Southern end of Sioux Falls there, we are seeing a stronger cell pushing on the southern half of the Sioux Falls area there. You can see that moving through right now. Basically south of 12th Street is what we are seeing that stronger cell move through. We do have some concerns over the Parker, north of the Parker area there. We are starting to see some couplets on. The storm's not quite giving up just as of yet, folks. So we're going to stay live. We're going to continue to monitor this just in case it does break. And let's take a quick look at the bigger picture here of some storms. Turn off our radar real quick. Switch over to our national radar. As we take a quick look at our national radar, you can see all these storms that are moving through the area currently. Again, our concerns with these cells as they are moving through right now is going to be that just heard on the scanner via scanner is that the fairgrounds has just shut down. We're just kind of monitoring some stuff right now, just kind of watching that cell that is moving over the Parker area, where some of our concerns are with this. Let me turn back. Back on our local radar here. Give me a second here to kind of bring that back up, and I'll be right back here, folks. Hey guys, all right, I'm back here live on our stream here. We just went under a severe thunderstorm warning. Does involve Minnehaha County, does involve Lincoln County, Turner County, and McCook County. However, the main system is out of that McCook County area. This is moving into the Sioux Falls area. Sioux Falls 956. 956 is when that is moving into. Give me just a second here. Sorry. 956 moving into the Sioux Falls area, the strongest portion of the cell. We are looking at the primary threat with this is going to be. Give me just a second here. Severe thunderstorm warning was issued at 9:06 and expires at 9:30. Moving 84 degrees east, so almost due east at 29 miles an hour. Primary threat is 1 inch in diameter hail and less than 50 miles an hour wind. This is near the Parker area. We'll move into the Wall Lake area about 9:15. Right now, we are also starting to pick up some wind indicators on this as well as we take a look at our velocity with this system. Give me just a second. You can see right here, just due west of the T area there, we are starting to show about 40, 50 mile or 50, 60, right around that 50, 55 mile an hour wind. So just below the severe level criteria, below severe thunderstorm warning criteria is 1 inch in diameter or greater in hail, 58 miles an hour of wind or greater, which we are starting to see this. Now, this is going to continue to progress its way eastward. This is going to move into the T and Sioux Falls area. 956 for the T area if this continues, and about 940 for the T area as this does continue to progress eastward. Give me just a second here. Is it coming towards Renner? No, it should stay north of or south of the Renner area. This will stay south of the I-90 corridor. So anything north of the I-90 corridor is not in a threat. I am starting to pick up rotation with this. Brandon does have the possibility of seeing the cell. I'm thinking the stronger portion of the cell is going to stay south of Highway 42 and move eastward into the T and Sioux Falls area there. Give me just a second here. Time frame for the Sioux Falls area. We're looking about 9:56. This is only moving about 28 miles. Now, this is going to be the stronger portion of the cell, which is going to be on the west end or right along that Highway 19 corridor is what we are seeing for the strongest portion of that. But that being said, this storm is capable of producing right along. In fact, let's look at our hail indicator if that loads. There we go. You can see just west or east of the Parker area there. There's that hail probability. South of the Monroe, it's going to stay south of Highway 42 as it moves into the T and Sioux Falls area there. We don't expect to see that move into the anything north of Highway 42, so north of 12th Street. Give me just a second here. We are seeing hey, I want to wait for the radar sweep here. Give me just a minute here. I'm trying to. All right, Sioux Falls is still, the city of Sioux Falls is still not in a tornado or in a severe thunderstorm watch or warning. The city of Sioux Falls is not. However, the county, Minnehaha County, is under a severe thunderstorm warning, not a watch, and Lincoln County and Turner County. But I'm seeing some great concern. Sorry, I'm reading comments, and I'm also working with my team remotely on this system as we do continue to monitor this as it does continue to move into the Sioux Falls area. Again, our greatest concern is going to be south of Highway 42 and going to be north of the Worthing area there. Will impact T, Harrisburg, and Sioux Falls area. We just seen the latest severe thunderstorm warning update there. Did cut off some of the warning that was eastward there. Let me get that watch out of here. We still do have that severe thunderstorm warning that is down in the Yankton County area there, moving into the Clay County. Those, let me look at that hail indicator on that one. And that is starting to weaken as well, so wouldn't be surprised to see that probably be allowed to expire at 9:30. We are continuing to watch this cell, though, that is moving into the Lincoln County and out of the Turner County area and into Minnehaha County as well. Will move south of Highway 42, 12th Street, as we start to come into that neck of the woods. All right, now this is saying Sioux Falls is about 10:02, but that's going to be the strongest portion of this cell is what they are projecting. So not the actual cell. If we look at the reflectivity, you can see that that strongest portion is going to stay definitely due south of Highway 42 and will continue to progress its way eastward. It will stay south of Highway 42. So we are looking at T. Harrisburg, Larchwood, Hills, Minnesota, Steen, Iowa, or Steen, Minnesota, sorry, is what we are looking at. This will stay south of Highway 42, 12th Street in Sioux Falls. It will stay south of that, and will stay north of Lenox, stay north of Worthing. We do have some concerns, though, that we are watching pretty close. Of some rotation just west of Highway 17 is what we are watching. Problem, though, that we run into is once it starts getting this close to the Sioux Falls area, once it moves into the Sioux Falls area, it does start to get distorted a little. But let's see if I can do this. Let's see if this will work for me.
The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued a severe thunderstorm warning, and early rains in effect until 21:30 tonight. So we have Waldeck at 21:15. Hazardous quarter-size hail.
As we do kind of watch the progression of the cell, you can see that the cell does definitely stationary and back build. One of my sorry, I'm trying to get caught up here. As we do continue to watch the progression of this, you just can see, watch one area that we want to have you guys watch is right here. As you do continue to watch that, watch how that just absolutely back builds and continues to back build. Thank you, one of my chasers, or buddies, chasers, whatever you want to call them. Old chaser that's kind of trying to get back into the scene of it. I greatly appreciate your insight, Robert, with this as well. But yes, we are seeing that this is back building with this as we do kind of watch that loop. You can see that cell, if you watch right in that yellow circle area of this cell that does back build and generate strength as it's coming into the Sioux Falls area there. This is going to stay, again, south of the 12th Street. So if you're north of 12th Street, you're definitely okay. Problem again is that we're running into is this is getting close to the Sioux Falls radar, so things are starting to become distorted a little bit. Those of you that are on 12th Street directly, yes, I would say you're still okay. It should stay south of the 12th Street area is what we are looking at. Most likely is the projection of the path of this cell. You can see the strongest portion is moving east, and here if we do this path cast, I'm just kind of doing this path cast just to kind of show. Whoops. a second here. I'm trying to get it cleared off. So that'll be the cast, and this will be the way that it moves. So it's going to stay south of 12th Street primarily. It is not a 90-degree south or not a 90-degree east. So there is a little bit of a turn with it, but we are not seeing... There's the latest radar sweep, and we're just seeing this monster storm continue to produce. And it's not a monster storm, but definitely a strong storm is moving into the area. Problem is that we're starting to run into, as it is starting to get into the Sioux Falls area, some of the distortion of the Sioux Falls radar is what we're running into. Hail size right now, we are looking that is starting to actually decrease in strength a little bit. This is projected to hit T directly and projected to hit south of 12th Street, Highway 42. This will stay rural. Well, not rural, but south of 12th Street. At one point in time, it was rural, but that was many years ago. But this is continuing to show the path of progression. Give me just a... Oh, we got some hail. I can hear some hail. I'm going to go upstairs real quick, check my hail. I'll be right back. All right. I don't have any hail falling here. But definitely comment if you do. Let's see what we have coming through the area right now.
I had a third party call. She advised her husband's broke down on the side of the road and nobody's getting over for them. He doesn't have his flashers on. Yeah, well, I'll head over there. 2928.
We do have that severe thunderstorm warning that is still in effect to the west of the Sioux Falls area. We do have that stronger portion of that cell is starting to move in. Currently, we do have probably, I'd say, pea-sized hail moving through the T area. It looks like even via radar here. Not much concern. Problem is it's starting to hit the Sioux Falls radar really, really close. So the beam levels and everything is kind of harder to decipher. So we take a quick look here. We still have some areas that are seeing right around almost 50-mile-an-hour winds, radar indicated at this time. So definitely capabilities of some things as well. I haven't heard the tings on my windows yet down here to. Oh, there's the latest severe thunderstorm warning, and just like we thought, it would stay just south of that Sioux Falls area, or south of that Highway 42. Literally, it cuts almost Sioux Falls in half. This latest severe thunderstorm warning that just came out. Again, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning that is now in effect for the city of Sioux Falls, city of Harrisburg, and the city of T. As this continues to progress its way eastward, primarily threat is going to be quarter-size hail that is moving moving east at 30 miles an hour. We are seeing about an 88-degree eastward. So this is going to be moving into. It should stay south of Highway 12. Good news is for the fairgrounds there, it will stay south of the fairgrounds area there. We don't have that concern. I know they just had a concert. We have a reporter that's out there that's advising that they are trying to act. That is trying to evacuate the fairgrounds at this time. We are seeing that the cell is going to stay south of Highway 42, south of 12th Street, which is a very good indication of that area staying safe. It's mostly going to stay in the southern portions. I would even say south of 41st Street almost is what, if we really want to get down to the nitty-gritty, I think that's 41st Street. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it goes. So roughly, what is this? Trying to get my 57th. Oh, okay. That's 57th. I would put it just south of 41st Street. That is one cool thing that we can offer is that we can really zoom in and down the streets. There's 26th Street right here. So yeah, 41st Street. It should stay south of the 41st Street area. So even north of 41st, most likely we'll see just the rain. But the strongest portion of the cell is going to be moving through that T area, moving into Harrisburg area as it does continue to progress its way eastward. But yes, south of 41st Street is what primarily looks to be the strongest portion of this cell. Again, that's one real cool thing that we can offer here is that we can zoom in. You can see that there's just a little blurb here and there that's a little further north of the 41st, but you can see the strongest portion of the cell is just to the south of 41st Street, moving in eastward, and it's moving at an 88-degree angle, so not directly east, just a little further southward. So I believe that's how that works. All right, that tracker does not want to work. For some reason, my trackers don't work. And we do have some indication of some hail again back here, right just south of the 57th Street area. It looks like about half inch in diameter. Moving into that Harrisburg area. The cell is starting to really decrease in strength. We are starting to see some indications of a possible outflow that was going to start here with this as well. Problem is, as we start to get into the Sioux Falls area again, a lot of the radar gets messed up. So some of this area is what they call ground clutter, or it's reading something that's not actually there. Because of this situation with that, we are seeing that. Seeing reports, followers are saying pea-sized hail in Harrisburg. There are no tornado watches or warnings in the state of South Dakota. We only have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings with this, and it will. I'm just kind of looking at some things here. Would not surprise us for that one up by the Flandreau area there in Lake County. Have that expire. Would not surprise us with that one. This one in Lincoln County and southern Minnehaha County, moving through the Sioux Falls area. Right now, what we are picking up is just the wind on this now. Give me a second here. We aren't not seeing the wind as strong with this anymore. We are seeing some pickup of that wind though. Definitely some increasing with that. Um, Lightning, heavy rain. Good news is too, we're starting to see the hail start to decrease. So that is an indication that the cell's starting to weaken. Even down in that Clay County area, one that has that severe thunderstorm warning as well. That was issued at 9:32 until 10:15. That's moving east at 101, so in a southerly direction, southeasterly direction. We're starting to see that starting to decrease a little bit in strength. I don't want to downplay these storms because I've downplayed it before and something has happened. So I want you guys to stay weather aware. That's why we are continuing our coverage here with you guys, even though it's just a severe thunderstorm warning. We've had followers tell us that if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be here because they've had branches fall on their house, things along that line. And that's simply why we do it. If we can help one person out of doing this live coverage, then so be it. We're not out here to make $1 million. We're out here to get the information out and help those in need. Nowadays, people don't have regular TV service. So we're out here to get this information out for you guys and continuing to provide and watch this. Anything for the Brandon area, I'm thinking no. This is going to stay south of the Brandon area. It's going to stay south of Highway 42. It's going to move into the Iowa area. I'm not thinking it's going to move into the Minnesota area. I don't have concerns with that Minnesota area. If it moves into Iowa, I could see the severe thunderstorm warning being issued for give me just a second here. Severe thunderstorm warning we would see probably right in this area. I wouldn't see it being extended further northward. So if you're in that area, that would be where we would see that continuation. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Those in the Vermilion area, you do have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Clay County until 10:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is radar indicated hail. This is going to stay north of that Vermilion area. I don't have confidence that this is going to continue to stay or that this will continue to. Let me start back over. I have confidence that this will continue to stay north of the Vermilion area, between Beersford and Vermilion, and continue to make its way eastward and southeastward, moving into the Akron, Iowa area as well. Each yellow box is a severe thunderstorm warning that is currently issued. Again, like I said, this one up here has been allowed to expire. I think that one goes until 9:45, so that one will just fall off at 9:45. That cell is starting to weaken. The one that is moving through the Sioux Falls area is starting to weaken as well. The only one that we have the concern with pretty much is going to be the one down here in that Clay County area, and that threat is going to be primarily hail. Let me turn off our radar so we can take a quick look at the bigger picture with this system. You can see that it's moving through the Minnesota area now at this point in time. These cells down here are moving through into the Iowa area as well. That one up by the Brookings area between Brookings and Sioux Falls is allowed to expire and has decreased in strength. Looking at the radar for the hail, at our other radar, both that cell in Clay County and Lincoln County are starting to show indications of weakening. So we are starting to see things weaken now at this point in time, which is good news. So things would not be surprised if they, or I would be surprised if they continue that severe thunderstorm warning eastward. That hail threat is really decreasing. The winds are starting to decrease as well, right about that 40, 50 miles an hour. We're not seeing anything as well with that. That being said, we're going to jump off of here at this point in time because things are starting to die down. If something does happen to pop, I'll jump back on. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Been a fantastic, let's see, 2 hours as well.